Yeah, once I get the bag, I'm definitely going on vacation, man. At least 3 months, man. At least that. I don't think 1 month is enough. One month? Hell no. Only 30 days up under the sun? Nope. I need 90 days away from this madness here in America, bruh. You know, I need 90 days where I can relax, enjoy the sun, have plenty of sex, you know, just 90 days of sun enjoyment, playing video games, because I'm going to bring my PS5 with me. 90 days where I'm playing PS5, going to the beach, hanging out, relaxation, and did I mention fucking? 90 days of all of that. Fucking, video games, up under the sun, and working out. Working out, playing video games, and fucking. You know what I'm saying? Busting all kinds of nuts. And barbecue too, man. Barbecuing, going to seafood restaurants, you know, enjoying life for like 90 days of relaxation, bro, of luxury, where I'm not struggling for anything in life, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Where I'm not struggling for anything. Everything coming easy to me. And I don't care what the financial, advisors, what they say, bro. I don't care about what they say. Oh, it's not really in good interest to go out and spend all your money like that. I'm trying to go there. I don't care what nobody say. I need my moment up under the sun, bro. You know, a place where you could get away from the madness and the fast pace of things. You know, the rat race. Just a place where I can have peace, man. Feel what I'm saying? I'm about to work out right now, man. I gotta get a workout on. It's been really hot, so I missed a couple of workouts. You know what I'm saying? Get tired of people just always go, right? And you're in the rat race, and everything is just going, go, fast pace. Now I see why people die earlier, man. Look how hard we live. We don't live easy lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't live an easy life. No, some motherfuckers don't make it to 80, man. They check out. Hell, what's his name? The guy who played Apollo Creed and Rocky? He died at what, 78? He didn't get to see 80, man. Yeah, I gotta hydrate first though, man, before I work out. We gotta hydrate out here. The first thing you do, you hear people getting up early in the morning, going to work, trying to open up businesses and stuff. It's like, I wanna make the right decision where, I don't have to worry about none of that. Go, quick, go, get up, get up early. Do what you gotta do. Wake up. You get tired of that shit, bro. The running, you know, running around all the time. People, man, if you can live a life of luxury, man, you'll live longer. That's why rich people live longer than poor people. Poor people stay working their whole entire lives. So they don't live to be very, very old, man. I say nowadays, man, motherfuckers, they dying at 68, 70. You know what I'm saying? From all the hard pressures of life. That's what put you in the ground earlier. You know that, right? The harder you work throughout life, the earlier you're gonna pass away, the earlier you're gonna perish. I want a place for 90 days where I can just lay back up under the island sun or whatever sun they're talking about, man. You feel me? I don't want to be trapped in the matrix for the rest of my life. Shit, if I had 5 million, I could choose to retire with that money, retire early in another country, like Africa or the Philippines or Thailand. I just might do that. You can take 5 million overseas, man. You can retire for the rest of your life. I think that 5 million in the matrix would be spent, man. Easy. You see these celebrities, man, they're going through their money like it's water. Mike Tyson went through 10 million in 5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's back chasing another bag at his age, bro. In no way in the world he should be stepping in the boxing ring. You know. No way in the world he should be stepping up in the boxing ring and working, trying to get another bag and shit. He should be retired, man. He's 57. Life's supposed to be easy, man. But nah, motherfuckers go through their money in the matrix. Like I said, man, even if I won like 5 million today, I still wouldn't be satisfied. I'd be like, oh, this is not the end anyway. I'm not super rich. You know, I'm not wealthy. You know, 5 million is only a nice piece of change, man. It's not really enough. Cause think about buy a house where you want to buy a house at, that'll be $1 million or $2 million. And then when you want the car you want to drive, you buy a Porsche. Or even if you try to be conservative, you buy a car for like 50 grand. Okay. And then you got 4 million and some change left. And then after you try to invest it, you try to take like 2 million and invest it, you got like 2 million left in your pocket, you're gonna go through that, man. 4 or 5 years past, man, you're gonna go through it. That's why it's never the end, unless you got like maybe $500 million. Then I can see maybe you got some generational wealth right there. You can kind of retire for the rest of your life. You don't have to work. But even if you win 5 or 10 million, that won't be the end, man, of your struggle. Because a lot of us in our head, we think like, man, if we come up on 5 or 10 million, we good for life. No, it's not. 5 or 10 million, you'll be broke in 5 years. Tops. Let's say you want to just be modest and, you know, just pinch off your money. You're still going to be broke maybe in 5 or 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? It's not the end, man. Look at Mayweather. He went through hundreds of millions of dollars, bro. And he ended up filing bankruptcy. Yeah. So what that mean for me? If I win about 5 or 10 million in my pocket, I'm going to go through that. So what I'll do is, man, I probably might take my money overseas where it can stretch. You know, I might go to Thailand where you could buy a house and stuff. Thailand, you could buy a house now. That's what I heard. You could buy a house in Thailand right now. And it'll be all yours too. Feel what I'm saying? And a house, man, is like what, a couple $100,000? 500 grand, bro? Damn, bro, that's cheap. Compared to California. Like from 200 grand to 500 grand, you could buy a house. Swimming pool too, man. You be living large. Your money will go further out there, bro. You'll be a rich man in Thailand. A super rich man though. Not just a guy with only 5 million, but $5 million, you living in Thailand, bro. You're gonna be living good for like years to come. As long as you budget your money and live off about maybe 3,500 a month, you be living good, bro. You won't even have to drive a Lambo just to get females' attention. Man, you get the bad bitches of your dreams out there, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Man. But use protection. Use protection. You're dealing with whores, hookers, and prostitutes. You better use protection at all times, too. All times. Feel what I'm saying? Don't get weak in the moment. Nah, put on the condom. Put on the condom. Yeah, man. So that's what I probably might do with my money. I might say, you know what? I'm leaving America. Goodbye. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? That money will go straight. Even if I become broke, dude, the money would last at least 15 years. You feel what I'm saying? You'll be living good, bro. You'll have a bad bitch next to you every single goddamn day, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, man, you won't have to work so hard. Like, even like if I had 5 million, bro, right now in my pocket, it wouldn't be the end all be all because of America, how expensive everything is. Especially if I'm in California and I got 5 million, bro, that's nothing. That's like a drop in the bucket. You see what I'm saying? That's like a drop in the bucket. Bro, after you buy a house, okay, let's say you buy a house for like $1 million. Okay? Or even if you buy a condo for $800,000 or $700,000 or whatever. Okay? There goes $700,000, $800,000, $1 million gone. Okay? Then you're gonna want to buy the car that you want. Shit, life is short, right? You're gonna want to buy a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from Lamborghinis. That's like a $500,000 car, man. Unless you go with the Gallardo, which is like $350. You know what I'm saying? You buy a car for about $80,000, $90,000. Get the high-end Benz or whatever, right? Then after you take a few vacations, you buy some nice things for yourself. You're down to like $2 million in the bank. You're just chipping away at your money, and then you try to invest it, and then that might not come through. You know what I'm saying? That might not fall through. You know, and if it does, oh wow, yeah, you got some money coming, but investments is not even all be all either, man. And you're taking a risk when you investing. Some people think that, yeah, I'm gonna take this risk, and it's 100% that I'm gonna get my money back in triple. Nah, it's a risk. Let's say you invest your money in a startup company. Well, that startup company might not be a success. It might be a flop. You feel what I'm saying? So they can't pay you your money back if they not making money. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they can't pay you. They cannot pay you your money back in triple or quadruple or however it comes back to you. It's not 100% guaranteed, man. Even when you invest your money. That's why you should invest your money like right away when you get it. You feel what I'm saying? You won 5 million, or you came up on 5 million. Take like 300. Take about 3 million and try to invest it. You know what I'm saying? Take 2 million for yourself, or just do half, 250 and 250. You hear what I'm saying? You need that extra $500,000 to buy a condo or something like that. But they say, you know, the millionaires and the billionaires, they saying it's a bad investment to own a house. You know what I'm saying? I think differently, man. They depreciate in value, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about the maintenance. Things go wrong in the house, you always got to fix it. You feel what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing like a place where you can call your own. Once you own a house, it's yours for life, bro. You'll never be homeless. You'll never be on the street. Even if you run out of money, you still got a roof over your head, bro. Nah, I'm gonna buy, not rent, nigga, buy. You know what I'm saying? Worst come to worst, if I run out of money, I run to my house. Okay, this is my house. I can't nobody kick me out of it because I own it. When you're renting, you can always get kicked out, man. If you don't own it, let's say things went south, you know, things got worse over the years, and you broke, and now you ain't got no money for rent. So that's what I'm saying. There's always a ups seesaw effect somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you're renting a house, and you're not dealing with the hassles that come with owning a house, right? You're renting a house, but you're not like, you know, things can go wrong, like with your business or with your money and stuff. And then what? Right? Then what? Like now you don't have enough money to pay rent, so you get kicked out. Boof. Damn, I should have bought that place when I had the money. You see? You see? That's why it's always a seesaw effect for shit, bro. There's like a seesaw effect for everything that you do. Because I hear billionaires and millionaires talk about, well, it's a bad investment to own a house. Even Elon Musk, he don't even own a house. I think he lives with his friend or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He think it's a bad investment too. I mean, these people are smart. These billionaires and millionaires. You can't really argue with them. You got to agree that yeah, a house is a bad investment. But to a guy that was homeless for years, you kind of don't want to be on the streets ever again. So yeah, you're gonna buy a condo or a house if you have the money. You know, you know, you kind of want to buy a house, just on the strength of like, okay, what if things just go wrong and I just went broke again? At least I got a house I can run to and don't have to worry about being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And then you worry about making the money back, right? Because when you lose the money, you wanna worry about making the money backwards or making the money back. I mean, right? Because things can go wrong. Things always go wrong, man. Like with money, people who have always been in and out with money, like Mike Tyson, he was broke. Okay, I think he owned a house too, man. He ended up selling it because he needed the cash. You feel what I'm saying? But I think he was sleeping on somebody's couch though. Mike Tyson. At one point he was like broke, dead broke, and he in his career made like 500 million in his career, and he just kept spending, man, spending. Some people got that bug itch or that itch to spend. You feel what I'm saying? They just want to spend, and never think about investment. I would want to spend and take a vacation, and I think a long vacation is good once you get the money, right? Because then you get used to having the money in the bank. By the time you come back from vacation, you already used to having money in the bank. You feel what I'm saying? And you go on vacations to like Thailand or the Philippines or Africa or whatever. You're pinching off the money because everything's so goddamn cheap. You feel what I'm saying over there? So it's impossible for you to spend all your money while you're on vacation unless you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? But it's impossible, to spend all your money while you're on vacation. You'll get used to like having the money there. Like I said, because the reason why I suggest a fucking vacation when you get your money is because it'll give you time to get away from people who are begging you for money. Give you time to think about what you're gonna do with the money when you return back to the U.S. You won't be so quick to buy Lambos or Ferraris or Lamborghinis. You're away from all of that. You feel what I'm saying? You're away from all the spending and stuff. So while you over there, you probably just living off uh, uh, how much the budget you put for, or how much budget you set for the trip. Let's say I set like for 3 months, like well, let's say 5 grand a month. Let's say $15,000, but I won like $1 million, right? Or let's say I won like 5 million. Let's go back to 5 million. I won like 5 million, and I think a vacation would be great, a long vacation, 3 to 6 months, right? To reflect on everything, to inhale, all the winning money that you just won. You feel what I'm saying? And you won't be so quick to go out and buy shit. So now you're used to having the money. By the time 3 or 4 months, 5 months pass by, you're used to having money. When you come back to the U.S., you're used to the money being there instead of like, what they call it. Uh, let's see, impulse spending or whatever. That's what they call it, right? Your impulse spending will be toned down by the time you get back to the U.S. So okay, I got the money that's there. I will buy a condo. Maybe just a car to get around. Maybe like a Benz of I say about you can buy a used one, man, for about 70 or 80 grand. You can still look flashy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you got a 70 used Benz, 70 grand. It's probably worth about 100 grand or whatever. But you go into the used parking lot or a used car lot or whatever, and just pinch off the money and try to invest it properly, and hopefully the money come back to you. Because even like I said, man, even if I won like $5 million or $10 million, it just wouldn't be the end of your struggle. You're still gonna you gotta tread lightly and shit. You gotta be smart with your money and hopefully invest it and make it grow. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go back to struggling again, right? No way in the world that 8-year period where I was struggling in the dating market, I don't want that to happen ever in my life. That's like a nightmare for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do smart things with the money. Burning through it, I don't think I would do that. Like, just blow all of my money, blow the whole entire 5 million. I don't think I would do that. I think because of my life lessons and me being a little bit older, I'll be a little bit more smart with the money versus when I was broke and I was struggling, and that's just like that's something I wouldn't want to come back into my life again. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to come back into the struggle. That's what happens if you don't invest it. Yeah, you're gonna go broke. You gotta look at it like that. You can't be out here like a fucking spend demon. Just I want to buy everything up. I'm gonna buy nice watches. I'm gonna buy clothes. And I'm gonna buy a nice car. I'm gonna buy a house. And like, man, you'll be broke within 2 to 3 years with 5 million. Okay, you'll be broke in 2 or 3 years. Talking about, damn, man, I wish I had that money, man. I wish I would have invested that money, man. Now I'm struggling again. At least I'm not on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm my girl left me, man. I ain't got no money. I can't take her out to nice lobster steak and shrimp, flaming yarn dinners no more. That'd be stupid for you to just blow the whole entire 5 million on just luxury goods and having a good time. It's like, nah, man, you gotta keep your eyes on the prize, meaning that you're gonna go broke back to struggle again if you don't do the right thing with the money. So nah. The moment I get the itch to like buy things with the 5 million is the moment I'm gonna think back like, damn, I was homeless, I was struggling in the dating market back then. If I keep blowing this money, I'm gonna go back to that. Okay, no. We gotta invest this money over here real quick. We gotta invest it. No, we good. We need this money to come back to us. We can't go back to the struggle again. You see what I'm saying? Cause my thing is, um, get what you need once you get the bag, right? Just get what you need: food and shelter, water, of course, and just get what you need. And if you want a high-end car, just push one high-end car. That's about it. You don't need multiple cars, man. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers, they go out buy multiple cars. Like, no, all you need is just one or two. Maybe like a truck to haul your stuff around in. You know what I'm saying? You might need a truck, so you get a Benz and a truck. That's what I would do. A Ford truck. I like them Ford trucks, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, avoid the impulse spending when you do get the money. I gotta go. You guys have a good day, man. That's what I was talking about. Oh yeah, competition. Uh, Before I go up in here, man, I just want to let you guys know, competition is real out here in these streets. We got the Chads and the Tyrones. We got other rich men to worry about. You feel what I'm saying? When you're rich, or when you're at the bottom, you're struggling. Uh, you're messing with the females that Chad and Tyrone don't want to be with. Okay, so you don't want to live like that for the rest of your life. You want to eventually come up, but competition is fierce because men are motivated by what? Women. Women is what motivates men to get out there and get the bag. Women are the motivation behind motherfuckers getting nice cars and jewelry and buying all those nice things going broke because they want to impress women. In my mind, if I buy a nice watch, bro, it's for me too, don't get me wrong, but it's also to impress others, especially women. Ooh, I got me a $10,000 Rolex. Man, I'm about to get some coochie tonight. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna floss this motherfucker at this lounge. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get attention because it blings up the room. You feel what I'm saying? And women, they see that. They see you got a nice watch and they're gonna approach you. Oh, that's a nice watch. How long have you had it for? So you do that to stun your competition, right? You get an edge over your competition when you get the bag. You get edge over even tall, good-looking Chads. You get an edge over them, bro. That's why they call it the rat race. Everybody's trying to outdo each other out here in these streets, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to outdo each other. Everybody's trying to outshine each other. Everybody's trying to get the best vehicles, the high-end vehicles. I see high-end vehicles around here all the time. Dudes are competing with each other to the fullest. Okay, there's houses on the hills out there, bro. I'm telling you, and what you got to do is just be smart and compete with these dudes up out here. Lately, I haven't had that many people come into my live stream. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm talking different now. I'm not so gloom and doom. Back when I was doing the gloom and doom videos, I had everybody and their mama kicking in the door. But I'm a little bit more on the positive side nowadays, man. Yeah, it sucks. The date market sucks, but what can we do, bro? All we can do is just compete. That's all we can do. As far as I can remember, bro, the date market ain't never been this goddamn competitive, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The date market, it ain't never been just goddamn so competitive in life. And it's like you do, I mean, if you do, you don't. Or you don't, you do. Or It's either do or die at this point. That's what it is. It's do or die at this point. You feel what I'm saying? It's either you get out here and compete or you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life. The suffering will never end. It's just gonna keep on going and going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny, bro. It's gonna keep on going and going and going and going. And it won't end. You won't have no end in sight. But if you're competing, bro, eventually, man, you got a chance to end your suffering, to end your struggle. You know what I'm saying? I just think a lot of guys ain't got a whole lot of competitive spirit in them. You know what I'm saying? But you learn that when you're young, though. You feel what I'm saying? See, I was young. When I was young, I was taught to compete. I always wanted to be rich too. When I was young, when I was in my teens, I wanted to have the fancy things in life, man. I wasn't focused enough. I wasn't mature enough to keep going at what I was doing. I was playing baseball, but I was a very young guy, man. I was like 9, 10 years old. I ain't gonna have the drive by myself to go to baseball practice. And I did. I went to baseball practice by myself. I was taking myself to baseball practice. I was taking the bus and shit. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, the spirit just died out. You know what I'm saying? Being around your mama and stuff. Your mama who ain't motivating you and keeping you going, man. You don't got no parents to teach you how to compete against other men, bro. You know what I'm saying? And how to stay sharp. See, now that I'm gotten older, man, now I see what I did wrong and what I should have did. It was already too late, That's why you got the gray beard, because, got wisdom, knowledge. Hey, don't do this. Don't do the same thing I did. I did that. That left me in a fucked up ass situation. Feel what I'm saying? So we stepping up to compete against other men because we don't want to have horrible lives. That's why we step up and compete, bro. Anyway, I gotta end this video. You guys have a good night. A good day. Shit, I'm thinking about it. It's nighttime. We compete because we don't want to be deprived of anything. We don't want to be looked down upon by women as losers and scrubs and all that other stuff. That's the reason why men compete. It's the main motivation is women, bro. Why guys get up every single morning and hustle for that bag is because they want to be able to pass on their genetics. They want to have a family. They want to be providers. So they do the responsible things in life, like building a career or becoming a boxer or any type of entertainer or win the jackpot lottery. Feel what I'm saying? And you do it so that way you can have a more fulfilling life. Because we know if men don't get on the ball, if they don't get the bag, they won't have a fulfilled life. They'll be complaining a lot and they'll be sad. They'll be lonely. They won't have a family around them. That's what's gonna happen if dudes don't get the bag. That's why I say, man, only the bag can save you at this point. There's nothing else that can save you in this world. You could pray to God all you want to. That's not gonna help you, bro. You gotta take action, man. You know what I'm saying? The God in the sky ain't gonna help you because he don't exist. You know what I'm saying? You praying for money, you praying to have a better life. That's not gonna work for you, bro. Either the prayer don't work, like I said, because the man upstairs don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did exist, he would have provided you with some money and a woman like right away. But he don't. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do, bro, is to get out here and compete with these other motherfuckers out here, bro. If I hit a jackpot, ooh, I'll be somebody's worst nightmare. I'll be my competition's worst nightmare. You feel what I'm saying? They be like, oh my God, he hit the jackpot. Oh man, we gotta watch out for that motherfucker. He gonna steal our women. He gonna steal our girls. He gonna steal my girl from me, man. Damn, please don't steal Don't steal my girl away from me. For real. Dudes be on their knees. So please don't, please don't steal my woman away from me, man. I'm sorry about what I said about you last time. I'm sorry. I didn't think you was gonna come up like this. For real. Yeah, for real. I be their worst nightmare. Cause then I could persuade a woman to roll with me. You know, don't roll with him, roll with me. It's like Tupac. You know, it's either him or me. The champagne, Hennessy, when we floss on our enemies. You know. For real, bro. So competition is like this, man. What it means to compete. Let's say, God damn, she got some nice legs on her. Holy cow. Um, what it means can compete. Well, starting off the basics, competing means building a career. You know, that's the basic competing. When you want to compete against other men, you do the best that you can in your career, right? You always looking to make more money to get an edge over other men. Competing means building a boxing career or a movie career, acting career. You know, competing out there, just being busy, getting up every single morning, being on time to where you gotta be, and you know, and just building, just focus on building wealth all the time. That's competing. You know, some of these motherfuckers, they don't understand what competing means. Competing means you building wealth, you trying to figure out how to make a buck, you know, brain power, high intelligence, high IQ. You feel what I'm saying? Soaking up information, trying to get an edge over other men. That's what you're trying. That's what competing means. I mean, I got to defeat you. It's like fucking Street Fighter, bro. I'm trying to figure out what combos to get up on you so I can win this match. You feel what I'm saying? You might be good, but I'm better because I spent a lot of time practicing my combos. And your ass gonna get your ass knocked the fuck out, KO. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna figure out the buttons, and I'm gonna figure out how to, you know, do a 10-hit combo on you. You figure out how to do a 10-hit combo, man, you're gonna win most of your goddamn matches. Or I'm gonna figure out how to get an edge over you by drop kicking you, watch you block, and walk over to you and throw you. That's an old trick in Street Fighter. You drop kick somebody, they block, you walk close to them and you throw them. They can't do nothing because they're still blocking. You feel what I'm saying? So you're trying to figure out ways to outsmart and beat your competition to the punch. It's called brain power, intelligence, ambition, drive. You know what I'm saying? You're always trying to find a way to outsmart and beat your competition. That's what competing is. Why you think you see motherfuckers getting up every single morning with coffee in their hand? Oh shit, I gotta go to work. I gotta continue to compete, man. I gotta hurry. I'm about to get a raise at work, man. I'm about to get a raise, yo. I'm about to get a raise. You know, it's like that's what the competition is. And non-competing motherfuckers, meaning that a motherfucker who don't compete, he don't enroll in no nothing. He don't do anything. He just maybe go to his sucky job every single day at Burger King or Fry's, or he work at like the mall or something. He ain't trying to build no career. He ain't trying to seek any money. He ain't chasing the bag. That's a motherfucker who's a non-competing. You don't have to worry about him unless he's Chad or Tyrone. Chad and Tyrone, they're the only ones who can get away with, you know, not competing or making more money and shit. You see what I'm saying? Us average guys, we gotta compete, or you will have a sucky life. You will have a bad life. No matter how you slice it, and you know, no matter how you cut it, you will have a bad life. Period. They fixed it that way, guys. Meaning that if we don't get the bag, we're gonna have fucked up ass lives. We're gonna get the bottom of the barrel women We're gonna get the bottom of the barrel cars. Okay, we're gonna always be driving a fucked up ass, uh, a fucked up ass vehicle. I see old dudes out here all the time riding around in beat up vehicles. That means they're not competing. They're like, fuck that. I'm just living to my last day. That's all it is. I'm just existing. I'm just existing. I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want to compete. I don't want to build a career. I don't want to like try to better myself. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to become a movie star or nothing like that. I'm good with the long term goals and shit. I don't want to do all that. Okay, don't complain when women call you scrubbed and you just don't complain when women don't want to come your way, when you can't get a girlfriend, and you know what I'm saying. Don't complain. This is the life you chose. You chose not to chase the bag, and this is the life that you chose. I gotta go. That's all I gotta say for today, man. Dudes choose their life. Remember, if you're struggling in the date market right now, it's because you chose it. You chose not to go after anything. You know, you chose. This is like, you know, it's a fucking self-inflicted wound. That's what they call it, right? A self-inflicted wound. Where you shoot your own. What's up with it? Where you shoot your own self in the foot. Why would you want to do that? I gotta go. You guys have a good day. Peace.